Hello, Twin Flames. This is Victoria, and I'm here with a special energy check-in in preparation for 6/6 portal that's coming up a few hours after I'm recording and posting this video for you. So, as I promised, we're going to take a look at what are the opportunities, what is actually this 6/6 portal about, what does it do for divine feminines, divine masculines, and the path towards union, really. So you know that most of the time I'm focusing on energies in general, but this time I'm guided to kind of see how it's going to get us closer to union, or what kind of themes are we going to discover for ourselves, so we're going to shift to get closer to union with our twin flames. Before I start with the cards, I have a couple of tarot decks, have the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and of course we're gonna dive deeper with the cards, and we're gonna see what's the action, what are we supposed to do, what is it all about. But I would just say that a couple of words about 6/6 portal from numerology point of view. So 6, as a lot of you know, is about balance, harmony, and a choice in love. So in tarot, for example, the major arcana with number 6 is the Lover's card, which is about making a choice in love. If we talk about minor arcana and you think about 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, it's about that, like starting with sixes, like if we are going through the story of what each of the numbers mean in minor arcana. So everything between 1 and 5 is more about personal experience, like within. It's sort of like getting ready for something. Starting from 6, it's more about going outside, outwards with your experiences. It means, okay, I've built enough, or I've experienced enough with myself, like, personally by myself, in order to now bring it to the world and do this energy exchange with the world to achieve my goals, my objectives. So 6 is that first number of going to the public, of getting some sort of feedback, of co-creating with others. That's where choice and love comes in, right? Because in Lover's card, we see 2 people coming together. So you're making a choice now, not just for yourself, but for you and the other person or other people, right? How are you going to interact with them? What's this vibe going to be? So yeah, that's why 6, and of course, we are in Gemini season, and Gemini is a zodiac sign that corresponds to the card of the Lovers. So of course, Gemini energy is giving it an extra flavor, right? It sort of like accelerates this ability to see these opportunities for external exchanges, for making the difference for other people around you, and also for making different choices, I would say, more than anything. Because if we speak about growth and development and ascension, that of course means we're doing something different. We're experimenting, we are doing something different because we've ascended and we see more clarity in certain aspects, right? So that's what this portal is opening up for us. And you can think about this energy of foundation in love, right? Like the Lover's card. And by the way, the number of this year is 6 as well, 2022. If you sum up the digits in that number, it's going to give you a 6. So those people who are more into numerology, they do pay attention to this kind of stuff. Like this is year 6, right? So yeah, you can kind of, those energies sort of lining up and supporting each other, and you can make use of that big time. And let's get into tarot and see what we're going to see. How can you build that harmony and balance that you can kind of build upon, or you can expand them, right? Because you need to have a solid foundation to expand it. Otherwise, it's not going to give you the result that you want. You're not going to last very much. So let's see. Let's just ask in general what this 6x portal is bringing to twin flame community, to twin flame path, to those who choose to be on the twin flame path. What is it all about? Of course, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget, you know the drill, like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. I appreciate you guys joining me today for this video. And if you're new, be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. I have playlists, but most importantly, I'm uploading readings on daily basis, at least 6 days a week, with energy updates. So you can just scan through the titles, and I'm sure a title catches your attention, that there could be a message for you over there. All right, so oh my gosh, milk and honey number 51. That's what it's all about, baby. You know, love shouldn't be hard. That's what I'm getting here. Love should be I'm getting this buttery vision, you know, like something creamy and buttery, like something very soft on your skin, something very tender in taste, right? Something like a little indulgent, but most importantly pleasant. Let me read. I brought the book as well today because I wanted, for those cards that we do pick up, I wanted to read to get you as much information as possible. So let's see. And did you notice the number 51? What does 51 give us? Number 6. Just saying. Essential meanings: the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. Yes, authenticity is kind of key wherever, whenever, for anything and everything we do. But what I'm getting here, why is it important at this time during this portal, is because it's very important to be authentic about those words that you say and actions that you take towards others. Like, your intentions may be, well, I mean, they can be different, but what's important is that it's really authentic with you. If you are not feeling like you can contribute to wherever that external cause is, right? Or you don't feel like communicating with certain people, don't force yourself to do that just because it feels like you can make a difference, or, you know, you see that as a good opportunity to help other people, but you're not really, like, your heart is not in it, right? Like, if you're noticing that, basically you're asked not to do it. Go somewhere where you can find that authenticity, where your personal desire, you know, your soul's desire is going to be in tune with what you see outside. And actually, that's the way you should manifest your abundance and your happiness, that way, right? It should be something that gives you joy, that feels like milk and honey, something that you choose to do because you love it, not that you choose to do it because it's supposed to be a good idea. The Oracle's message for this card: you've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. Loose garments, I like that part. Okay, let's move on, because I want us to have time to get some tarot as well. So I'm using my deluxe tarot, and I'm gonna see what is the opportunity for Divine Feminine Collective during this portal. What can we achieve? How can this energy be used for Divine Feminine Collective in their twin flame journey, in their pursuit of happiness and love? Okay, Four of Swords. That to me actually corresponds to milk and honey perfectly, but I'll pull a clarifier. What about divine masculines? The Fool. Okay, and so what's the action that should be taken at this time? There are ones, manifestation, intention setting. What about masculines? Five of Cups, that's interesting. Okay. Got Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It all, and then Ten of Cups under that card. It all comes with inner passion and desire. It's very important to not just apply something artificially. You know what I'm trying to say? It's about your inner fire. Look at that dragon. I've never even seen it in that card, but it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's like your soul, you know, your drive, your passion. It's gonna ignite you and it's gonna be contagious for other people. Let's clarify Four of Swords for the feminines. Wow, we got 4 cards, but I'm taking them. Let's clarify the Fool. Oop. Thank you. Let's clarify Three of Wands. Two of Wands. Okay, so that was Three of Wands too. Please clarify Five of Cups. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. Wishes coming true. That's a possibility after this portal. Let's see. Okay, we have 14, 2 4s, and a 10, and this is a 4. Wow, a lot of 4s. So anyways, Four of Swords to me is a time of healing and a time of contemplation. So rather than taking active steps forward, this is about analysis, observation, and taking rest more than anything. And I can relate to it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, the month of May was kind of crazy. And yeah, I feel like I'm really ready for that. I don't want to say lazy time, but downtime where I don't have to do as much. I don't have to put as many milestones and deadlines around me, where I can enjoy the now and enjoy sort of like the flow of life, you know, without thinking that I need to prepare for a trip in a week from now. I need to buy something for something I'm doing 2 weeks from now, and then I'm going on another trip. It's been like that roller coaster the last mostly 1 month, but really 2 months. So I have one more trip to Nevada next week, and then I'm really looking forward to that Four of Swords energy. And look at the cards that we have as a clarifier. We have the Temperance, we have the Emperor, we have Ten of Cups, and we have Four of Pentacles. So yeah, what I'm seeing is that there is a lot of temptation with the outside world to achieve, to go and do, to, you know, to be happy in the meaning of having a lot of money in a bank account, or being with other people and doing something fun. For some reason in this case, I'm seeing this card as, you know, having like barbecues or going on trips where you're in nature somewhere in the countryside, which is what a lot of people are doing, at least, you know, in my area, in our climate. But it's important to, like, you see Temperance comes as number 1. It's important to remember to keep all this in moderation and do it as long as it aligns with the language of your soul and what your essence is looking for. Because, and this is where it's very important to be able to distinguish where it's our ego talking or it's a voice of love, the voice of our higher power. And that's why Four of Swords is going to be important, to be able to tell the difference. Because it all can be aligned with your soul path and your path to happiness. But it's important to do that check for yourself. And if you're getting exhausted, if you feel like people are taking advantage of you, even if you feel like you enjoy it because you're helping them, or wow, they're happy because I'm here, it's great. If you yourself are not feeling well in this situation, whatever that means to you, that's not a good idea, right? Self-care comes first. You're supposed to enjoy it. Think about it. If you're doing it for a certain reason, any of these activities that are coming up, if the circumstances were different, if, I don't know, for example, your relatives come to town and that's why you're going to that barbecue with them on a road trip over the weekend, because that they are here, right? It doesn't happen every day. Think about if when you're preparing for the trip, think about it whether you would do that if they were not around. And what are you gonna hear from yourself? And if it's like, yeah, I probably wouldn't, but you know what, it's just because I'm lazy and I'm spending my energy on other stuff, and this helps me reprioritize and do something fun for myself rather than, busting my butt for someone else. Good, you immediately answered your own question. You're doing it for yourself as much as for those relatives that come along, right? But if it's the other way around and you're like, no, I wouldn't have gone, I don't even like road trips, and it's gonna be a pain to find a place to stay, and it's gonna be super hot or something like that, I'd much rather stayed at home and slept in that weekend and, maybe went outside to, took a walk or something, or watched the movie that I wanted to see for months. Then you have your answer. That road trip would be a sacrifice. And the 6-6 portal is asking you to stick more with, with the choices of love. There we go. Thank you. more than anything else. For the masculines, we have the Fool clarified by 9 of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, so divine masculines at this time are asked to, of course, the milk and honey applies to them as well. But they're asked to be trusting and where they're going to find that milk and honey energy, that abundance, that happiness, personal happiness. Not to think that, everything is, not to be overconfident that they know all the answers, but to leave some room for like, okay, maybe I'm gonna learn something new. I'm gonna try something new for myself. See how that goes. Trust that the universe, be more trusting in universe, that it's gonna bring in something beautiful, something happy. Maybe it's gonna teach you in some ways, divine masculines, how to find those happy moments for yourself, or how to choose with love in those situations where it seems like there is no win, because either way you're like somebody is gonna be upset. There's always a way. And even if you know 100% that if you make choice A, somebody you care about is gonna be upset, you can always manage that in a different way. You don't have to agree to everything they ask you to do just for the sake of keeping them happy. And it's not the only way. And if they really care about you, they will hear you when you say, you know what, I don't really want to do that. You can continue that with, maybe we can do one of these things, or you know what, I really care about you, and maybe there's something else, I can do for you that's gonna be important, or the way we can have a good time together or something, right? It doesn't have to be that specific thing. And you can even explain why you don't want to do it, so they understand that it's not you just being picky or emotional or a diva, whatever you want to call it, but it's actually not something that you will enjoy. For the guidance and the action to be taken, we have, for the feminines, we have 3 of Wands clarified by 2 of Wands. Again, this is about manifesting according to the choice of your heart. And something that will be of the highest good to everyone involved. And you see he's holding a globe here, and that's what I was drawn to. And that's where it resonates with the 6-6 energy, where your choices should, ideally, if they're loving choices, that will not go against the well-being of other people around you, right? So think about that, whether you're making a choice and manifesting something out of ego, or it's to the highest good of everyone else. And if you're not sure what that is, ask the question. You can include those messages in the meditation and the prayer to be guided towards that, so that it's not just your personal happiness. It's we as twin flames have a much bigger goal here. Yes, personal happiness is number one, but it doesn't stop there, right? And when we are at a certain level of ascension, we're always kind of even pushed towards doing something that will benefit other people in the best possible way. Maybe not the best word, but you know what I mean. Where we can make a difference, not just for ourselves, but for others. Or we make a difference for ourselves and then we share that with others so that they know how to do that for themselves. So think how you can do more of that. How can you share your story? How can you deduce certain patterns from what has been going on for you? Maybe some insight that you got from a YouTube video, or reading a book, or even talking to a friend you haven't spoken to for a year and you're hearing their stories with a new perspective now. Wherever that insight was, you're asked to find that something that you feel like will be important for other people to know and share it publicly. For the masculines, we have 5 of Cups clarified by 8 of Wands. So for masculines, the biggest action that they can take is reconcile within themselves certain losses, certain past failures in life that they see as failures. There is a chance now to bring love into that situation, to get some downloads, as well as do self-talk in a positive way that will heal those wounds, that will help see the positive side of the story and see the lessons that were learned, right? And close those cycles and move on, and be more in the vibration of milk and honey, and be grateful for what you have. I'm getting a lot of things here, right? But that's when it starts. When you heal, you start to be more appreciative of what you have and even what you learned from the negative experience. Okay, what else we're gonna do? Let me pull a card from the angel therapy for each of the twins. What do the angels tell us? For divine feminine, we have Earth Angel. You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. Yes, we speak about 6, about lovers. 6 is kind of a number of love, so yeah, just remember that. This is your chance to expand that definition of love for yourself and for others. But again, you see this, it reminds you are this Earth Angel, right? You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. Don't forget about that. That whatever experiences you're going through personally can then be used to share them publicly and to help other people who may be going through something similar. What about divine masculines? Sorry. Singing and dancing again. You saw me shuffling. We saw that just the other day for the divine masculines. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of magic and of music and movement. It doesn't have to be just dancing. Oh, I mean, it says singing and dancing. It could be singing, could be playing an instrument. It could just be listening to the music while you do what you like doing. I don't know, maybe repairing something in the garage, or building something, right? Or even like riding a motorbike while you have music on and you're like in the moment, But yeah, it says that music is really going to help you tune into your angels and awaken your psychic senses. It's beautiful. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.